Hi, this is Chris Sparshot. I'm your channel leader for Asia Pacific, and I just want to go through this couple of charts just about how we actually transact software renewals, or in fact new licenses or SaaS licenses, and what the structures are that are available. So really, at the top of the screen, you've got your vendor there, and you've got the end user, and this is where IBM will, or whatever software vendor, you'll bill the end user, the user of your software directly, and they will pay you. And so that's what we call a direct relationship. And so as a channel leader, I don't tend to get involved very much with those. So if you go down to Tier 2 and Tier 1, below it, so Tier 1, it's really where we put a reseller or a reseller distributor in between IBM and the end user. Now, this sort of model is used very much by software vendors when they enter a territory in which they don't have much experience. So, for example, if you're a new software organization selling SaaS software, you might make a strategic alliance with a single large reseller in a country. Say Australia, if you're a North American software company, you might make a strategic agreement with a reseller and you'll say, you please distribute and sell my software to end users. And so you can see that the way that the billing happens, the especially for renewals that are existing, you bill the Tier 1, the Tier 1 bills the end user, and the payment comes back up the chain. And the Tier 1 sort of manages the relationship, and often for countries such as ASEAN, certainly in Asia and China, they also manage things like finance, currency conversion, and that sort of thing. Now, the bottom tier is more a mature model, so we have two tiers. So the Tier 1, so we've got the vendor, IBM, and then you've got your Tier 1, that's typically a distributor, a very highly skilled distributor that has the capacity and the admin capacity and the knowledge to manage your brand out to the Tier 2, which is the resellers. And the resellers are essentially your foot soldiers out in the marketplace selling your software. And so we have this arrangement. We have a Tier 1, usually not that many, and many Tier 2s. So it's kind of like a spider's web funneling out to the end users. And the billing goes down, especially for renewals, it will run from the IBM to the Tier 1 distributor, and then the distributor will quote the partner will quote the end user, and back up the chain again. Now, if we just put some names to that, I've been talking about those. So IBM to the end user is direct. Tier 1 is where we have a reseller, and Tier 2 is where we have a VAD or value-added distributor to the reseller. So that's a really simple overview on how vendors such as IBM and others, in fact, go to market from their channel perspective, and how that transaction is handled. What are the steps and what are the parties involved? Well, thanks for listening. This is Chris Sparshot. I'm your Asia Pacific channel leader, and hopefully we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.